Welcome to another Flutter video. In today's video, let's learn how we can improve our user experience by showing a user a select item from a list. So the idea is when a user clicks in this list, as you can see in this demo project right here, when I select the item in the list, I can go to detail page, and then when I go back, I can see the item that I selected because we changed the background color. So to get started with this small project, create a new Flutter project, and inside of our main dot, just return the app bar widget and then create a new class home.dart, and this will be a stateful widget. We'll use a stateful widget because the idea is to keep track of this select item from the list, so that's why we are using a stateful widget. So the first thing I want to do is come right here inside of this container widget and return a child widget, and this will be a list view widget. So list view widget, as the name suggests, allows you to display items in a list, and we'll use the list view widget .builder name constructor. This allows us to display items in the list on demand. So for this example, let's say we have a list of categories. So let's create a list of type string, and name it categories, and this will be equal to a list of strings. So let's say for the first option, this will be all, comma, and then we have category A, add a comma. Let's copy this and paste a few more times. So we have category A, category B, category C, and category D. So now inside of our builder, we can see we have this error right here. This is because we now have to define this method right here, this item builder method. This will return a list of widgets, and we also have to specify the item count. So come right here. The first thing is add the item count. This will be equal to our list of categories dot, and you call the length property, and then you call the item builder, and this will return a method. You can use right here this anonymous method right here, and inside of it will return our widgets that we want to display. So return, and for this one I want to return a container, and inside of this container I will have a child, and this will be the ElevatedButton. Specify your anonymous function right here, and then for the child, let's add a text widget, and then for the text, I just want to display the list of items inside of this category. So for each item inside of this list, I want to add right here category, and then we'll get this index from our build method right here, item builder. You can specify right here and get each string inside of this category list. Let's add a semicolon right here, and then I want to add a margin inside for this container, so we have a separation between each elevated button. So you can call the edgeless set with the name constructor of all, and then for the value this will be 4.0. So now save everything, and you can see right here we have our categories defined. Let's do some customization to our list view widget. For that, let's add the padding, and this will take the edgeless set. You can use it right here, the symmetric, and then use the property horizontal, and then for the value this will be 16 of pixel for left and right side. So now if you want this list to be displayed as a horizontal list, if you hover over it, you will see we have the property which is scroll direction right here. So you can specify the scroll direction, and this will take the axis dot and here we want this list to be horizontal. So save everything. As you can see, this list view widget will fill all the available space. So for that, we can constrain the width by defining the width for our container right here. Let's say 50 pixel of width. Actually, let's change to the height. It's 50 pixel from height. So now let's also add a margin. Now let's use the edgely sect symmetric. And now we'll add a margin right here vertically for our container. So just call the vertically property right here. And the value will be 20 pixel. So save. As you can see, we have now a margin right here from top and bottom. So now let's customize our elevated button. So for that, you call this style property right here, and you can call right here the name of this class, ElevatedButton, and then dot style from, and here you can specify the background color. Let's use the colors dot blue, give it a comma, and then for the foreground color you can use the colors dot white. Save everything. As you can see, all the items are now with the blue background color. So the idea is when a user select an item, I want to change the color. So let's change the color first of all to be gray, and then when the user click on it, we'll change the color to be blue. So for that, I need to define a new property or a new variable of type int that I want to keep track of it. So let's make it private. So let's say selected index. Initially, this will be assigned to the first item on the list. So this all will be selected. So now with this variable right here, if you come right here on the onPress, let's now call the setState method. So we will keep track of this select index, and just come right here, paste it. This will be equal to the index of this button that we click on it. Let's do some indentation right here. So now we are able to keep track of this select index. So what we'll do right here, when the user clicks on this button, I want to change now the background color. So for that, you come right here in front of this background color, just paste this selected index. If this is equal to the index, then what I want to do is add the colors dot blue, and then when the user don't select this option, the color will be gray. So now save everything. As you can see right here, this automatically will add this all with the background color of blue. This is because we selected that the initial value will be equal to 0. And now when I change or click on different categories, you will see the background color will change because we are able to keep track of this select index. So now let's, besides of change the background color, let's go to a new page. So let's go after this set state. Right here, you can call the navigator, and then call the off context dot, and let's call the push method right here. And actually, then call the material page routing, and then we'll take an anonymous function. You can pass the context, and then you use the arrow function right here, and let's call our page that we want to go to, and this page will be selected category. And we also have to provide our category that we selected. So for that, you can call right here category. This will be assigned to our category lists inside of this position, just like this one right here. Add a semicolon. Now the only thing left to do is creating this widget right here, selected category. So come right here, create a new file. Let's paste it and just make sure you make it as lowercase. Add an underscore and then change the name to be selected category dot, and this will be a stateless widget. Change the name to be selected category, and then we have to make a final string right here and call this category. This will be required, so a user has to provide it, so make it required and use the keyword this dot and select the category right here. And then let's use a scaffolding widget right here. Let's define our app bar, call the app bar widget. So the background color will be the colors dot blue, and then the foreground color will be the colors dot white, and then for the title, this will be a text widget, and then we provide this category right here. And let's use the title center as value as true. So now we need to define the body property. This will be a column widget, and then let's specify the children property, and this just call a text widget right here and specify the category selected right here. So now let's center everything. You use the main axis alignment property, main axis alignment dot center, and then let's use the cross alignment and make it this stretch to fill all the available space right here. So now with all this in place, let's go right here and make sure you import in this class right here. So now save everything. Let's reload our app. So now when we select the category right here, we can go right here. As you can see, we are displaying the category selected. Now just let's center this text right here. So come right here in this text widget, give it a comma, and then text alignment property. This will take the text alignment in none with the value of center. So save everything, reload your app. Oh, this will be stretchy. So now when we select the different categories, you can see right here, even when we go back, you will see we'll still be able to see which was the last category that we selected. As you can see, this will increase your user experience and make your app more dynamic. So this is it for this video. As you can see, we are using a stateful widget where we are keeping track of this current select index. So when a user click on this category button, we'll set this selected state equals to this index, and then we'll display the background color according to this selected index. So this is it for this video. If you find this video useful, give it a like so we can get more exposure on YouTube, and consider subscribe for more Flutter videos. See you on the next one.